Okay, now that we've done that question, we're going to look at a slightly different question and another question, and we're going to talk about a slightly more complicated, same type, same general principles apply, but just ever so slightly more complicated. So we're on to page 2 still, same section, exercise, better put that up there, exercise 1.1, and it's page 2, and we're looking at question number 10. Okay, question number 10 reads as follows: 3x. Okay, so this time now we're no longer using a's, we're using x's as our unknown terms. Now x could be anything. X could be a number, x could be, it could remain as a letter, or it could just remain as something we never know what it is, okay? It's just an unknown, and we use letters just to simplify maths questions, because you can imagine now it's much easier to say 3x than writing 3 oranges or 3 elephants there. X just makes the whole thing shorter. So we've 3x plus 4 plus 2x minus 6 plus x plus 3. So this thing's just got considerably longer. That's the only difference in this entire question. So again, we look at this and we put like with like. So I'm looking at my x's first of all. Okay. Oh, that's not an x at all actually. That's actually just a figure. So I'll just rub that out and rewrite that. Sorry about that. That's minus 6 plus x, and that actually makes our question a little bit easier because all our x's are positive. So we're going to say 3x plus 2x plus x. So that's 3x is there, and 2 gives us 5x, and an x gives us 6x. For those of you who can't follow that, it's 3x, 2x, and x gives you 6x. So I added this, this, and this to give me 6x. Okay, hopefully you're able to follow that with me. And now I'm going to look at my leftovers, or my numbers that are just purely numbers. No letters attached to, no algebra involved at all. So we got a 4, we have a 6, and we have a 3. Now I'm going to rewrite that out bit by bit here beside it, just so you can see it a little bit longer. So 4 minus 6 plus 3. Now, when we look at this question, what's different about this? First of all, and hopefully most of you noticing this minus sign here. So in looking at that, we need to think, right, if we have €4 in our bank account and you want to spend 6, you'll have an answer of -2. Or if you look at the number line, and that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. If I started at 4 and I took 6 steps backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'd end up at -2. But then someone came along and added 3 to it, so that would take you back 2 steps. 1, 2, 3 to plus 1. So we started here at 4. We took 6 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ended up at -2. And then someone came along and gave you 3 more. So then we added on 3. Went positive in direction 3. And we ended up at plus 1. So that leaves us with an answer here of 6x. 4 minus 6 is -2, remember. And then -2 plus 3 gives us plus 1. And again, there's your answer. So what we're doing here, and the aim of this whole question, is to take something that looks relatively complicated and turn it into something that looks a little bit easier and a bit simpler to deal with. And this will become really useful when you get onto the more complicated stuff later in the year.